What up, what up? Hey, Gia, what up? Melissa, what's up? So we're going to start. We're recording. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sea Turtle Mindset, episode number 2, with my special guest here, Maximo Lora. I'm going to shut this music off, and we're going to jump right in. Originally, it wasn't going to be Maximo. It was going to be probably episode 4. However, you have to adjust. Some things... sometimes in life, what you plan for doesn't go according to plan. And so you have to adjust yourself so that you can meet those things. So we're going to jump right in.
Champions adjust.
You already know. So we're going to jump right into it. Like I said before, this is Maximo Lora. So how do I meet him? I met him about 4 years ago. And it was through mutual friend. Literally, it was through our network. And because of this individual, like I was telling my girlfriend the other day, it was like, hey, you know, if it wasn't for Max giving me the extra oomph, I wouldn't be self-published. So I had written my book, but I was doing it on my own, like DIY. I was doing it on my own. And I remember showing him my first book cover, and he looked at me. He's like, look, do you want to be average or do you want to be great? And I was like, damn. Because he comes back, he has a marketing background of 20 plus years. So he's owned his own business. He used to have a marketing firm here in Providence, Rhode Island, and he knows what it is about marketing. And if it wasn't for him, my brand of Sea Turtle Mindset wouldn't be where it is. So I do want to say first and foremost, thank you for not only providing your expertise, but also your mentorship, your wisdom in the marketing. So I want to start off by saying, you know, thank you for being on the podcast today. It's a different environment. I want this podcast to be mobile. I want it to be a different location because the book is about traveling. So being in different places at all times is going to be really exciting. So we're going to jump right into it. And, you know, I want to interview you about your mindset and really your passion about why did you jump into marketing in the first place?
Okay, not so much marketing came about because of graphics. So if you don't mind, I'll talk about graphics. So I've always had a passion for art. I love drawing, I love painting since I was a little kid. And going into high school, I'm about to date myself. Going into high school in the mid-90s, computers were coming up. And everyone was talking about computers, or they were talking to town. And I was asked, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up? And what I was thinking was, something has to do with art, but artists really don't get paid that much. Most artists don't get paid that much, you know. So I went to this vocational school, and what it was that you get to go to different programs every 3 weeks. You get to try out different programs, and one of my professors said, "Hey, you should take out the printing and graphics program because a mixture of graphics and with computer and art." It's taking computers and putting art on computers.
So this is back in the day when there wasn't a thing. Now
95.
It's like, okay. I was 3 years old.
Yeah, 95. I got it. Yeah, 95. I got introduced to graphics.
Okay, cool.
And I've been doing graphic design ever since. So that's why right now we're in 2018. So
no, we're in 2019, buddy.
19. Wow, 2019. Yeah. So you already know it's been 24,
26, almost 20, 25 years.
25 years I've been doing graphics. I got introduced to it, and I started doing it then.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know what really sparked? I was talking to someone about the other day. One of the teacher assistants there, he was showcasing one of his projects that he was working freelance, and he was actually designing. This is for my hip hop heads. He was designing, or he was doing a project for the Nas I Am album. I Am. Oh wow. That's powerful. I Am. You ever heard that album?
No.
It's a good album. It's a really good album. Nas, I Am. And when I saw that this teacher assistant was doing a Nas cover, I'm into hip hop. I was like, oh, he's doing Nas? That's dope. And it got me intrigued. And ever since then, I've been doing graphics.
Wow, that's what's up. So, so you got involved, right? You went to school. You found what you wanted to do early on. You stuck with, you know, being an artist. Obviously, you became a graphic designer. That's a virtual, like it wasn't pen and paper. My question was, what's your process from going from pen and paper? Because I've seen you like create something from pen and paper and then put it on the computer. How do you do that? Like, how do you do that?
So rewinding a little bit more, my first flyer I actually did was in high school. Okay. I did a flyer in high school. And would you believe it was hand designed? and we printed it out. It was for a high school dance party. I actually have a picture of it. I find it somewhere. It was handwritten flyer, but
handwritten, and then you just photocopied it.
Yeah, like it wasn't even no computer at all. It was straight up handwritten. The date, the location. I had a DJ like this in graffiti. It was crazy. It was crazy. But people don't. I don't know if anyone, like maybe a creative might see this, but or hear this, or understand this. Is that when someone starts talking to me about a design or something that they're thinking about, I paint it and I draw it in my head first. It's already there. Like I've told you, so it's in my head. I just gotta get it off my head.
Yeah.
I gotta get it off my head. I gotta move it from here to there, from my head to the computer.
It's crazy.
So it's already like I can visualize. And the other day we were sitting here right here. We were sitting with your boy, and he was talking about his logo. And I just boom.
Yep.
It was in my head. I drew it on a piece of paper, and boom, it's there. So I don't know. It's just that's how I was born.
Carlos is laughing. He's like, yeah, he saw that. He saw that action.
So that's how I. Since a little kid,
so
visualize things.
Visualize it. And now, talking about visualizing, what is it that you're into now? Like, obviously, little did the people know, you had your marketing firm in Providence, and, from personal experience, I know what happened, but, share with the audience what happened with your firm.
Yeah. So, 2003, graduated college. Fresh out of college, looking for a job. I was a born entrepreneur. I did graphics on the side, freelance a lot, and I never made the push. I never made the push to really go full-fledged entrepreneur. I never made the be my own boss until I was put in a situation I needed to do it. So out of college, I couldn't find a job, and I remember it was 18 months, more than almost 18 months. I couldn't find a job. So I said, I'm just going to go full-on entrepreneur, open up my own graphics firm. And I opened up my own graphics firm. I was doing a lot of freelance graphics. I was doing the clubs, nightclubs, DJs, mixtapes, high school parties, college parties, realtors, you name it, I designed it. I even had
all freelance.
Yeah, and I had clients and everything. So I had one of my biggest clients was University of Rhode Island. I had as a client. Bryant University was one of my clients. Brown University was one of my clients. Back in the day, if anyone remembers Bay Vista, currently Skyline, that was one of my clients. So I had a lot of clients. And then around 2000, I remember 2005, give or take, the economy was starting to tumble down.
Yep.
People were getting tight with their money. And the last thing, which is funny because you would think you want to spend most of your money on marketing to keep your business afloat.
Right.
That's the last thing you want to spend money on. Don't worry about rent, utilities.
And it comes back to the same thing, it's like you have to visualize that your marketing money is really bringing back that value that you want, because you can't see what you're doing with marketing. People see my experience is I've done ads on Facebook. I've done advertisement for myself and throwing it out in the air, and you just have to visualize and just know that marketing money is going to bring you more money, so.
Yeah. So the economy was tanking, and I was losing money left and right. And no clients were coming in. My money coming in was not matching the money going out. It was off. I was losing money. So I just ended up closing down shop, and I went back to 9 to 5. And that was a tough pill to swallow, because imagine you leave college and you open up this business. It's going good for you, and then the funny thing is, just to actually, I'm gonna rewind because I want to get the mindset. So, can't find a job, open up my own business, and then all of a sudden, I get an opportunity of a lifetime to work at a firm. I'm not going to mention the names, but one of the biggest billboard companies in the world.
Okay.
I got to work there. So this is my daily schedule. 8 to 5, I work at the billboard company. I was the art director, 22 years old, art director for one of the leading billboard companies in the world. So it was a big time position. And by the way, if anyone that's young hearing this, I was 22 years old, an art director for one of the largest billboard companies in the world. And I'm gonna be real with you, they paid me crap. Like, I didn't get paid what I was worth.
You think it was because you was young, or you just didn't know?
No, because I was young and I had no experience. But here's the thing, I saw it as the opportunity. I said to myself, okay, they're not paying me what I'm worth, but this is the number one, if not number two or number one billboard company in the world, and they hired me as an art director. This is gonna be like killer on my resume.
On your resume,
so
future
I'm
credibility.
gonna take the loss right now as far as money, but I know for a fact it's gonna build me up for the future. So I took the L, was paid less, worked for the billboard company, but here's the thing, 8 to 5 billboard company, get out of work at 5, grab dinner on the way, like fast food, eat it while I'm driving, get to my firm, my office. I rented out an office space to do my graphics. I did that from 6 to about midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, damn.
So I was grinding. I was grinding. So I made my money in the morning from that salary job, and they gave me benefits, it was good. But then I was grinding until about 1 o'clock in the morning, doing graphics freelance for all my clients. And that went on for about 8 months. And that's the point I need to ask myself if I want to go full time with the entrepreneurism, because at 8 months, my 5 to midnight salary tripled what I was making at the billboard company. Tripled.
Oh wow.
That's when I jumped ship, left the billboard company, was doing graphics full time.
What, if you don't mind me asking, what was you making at that billboard company, salary wise?
Man, honestly, my first job, and mind you, this is career salary, they pay me 25 grand a year.
No.
For the
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
No
20,
commission.
I'm not even joking with you guys. 25 grand a year. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be transparent.
Damn.
25. But here's the thing, it was a name. And you know what the funny thing is? Even after the economy crashed, I went back to 9 to 5, and I got a real prestigious job at a firm here in Rap, an advertising firm. And when they pulled up my resume, they said, "Hold up, you were the art director at here?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." And you're like, "How old are you right now?" And at the time, I was 25. So very
3 years later.
3 years later, they're like, "Wait a minute, you were the art director there at 23?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like,
and then you told them you left because you started your own.
Yeah, and they're like, "We're hiring you. Come over." And that they gave me 45.
Okay, so they doubled it.
They gave me 45.
Okay, cool.
So
you've definitely experienced the employee mindset, being not paid what you're worth, right? Then you went to the entrepreneur, and then you got smacked by the economy, which happens.
I did.
So then you go back, right, to being an employee.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only imagine the mindset that it took from, going from like I'm on my own time, on my own schedule, I'm making my own money, to now you have to be behind someone else's rules, someone else's delegation. So my question was, what was your mind at that moment, going back to work for someone else?
Being totally transparent, it sucked. It sucked really bad because I was so used to the flexibility, the lifestyle, really being on my own time.
Okay.
But I did understand bills needed to be paid.
Right.
So, but I knew I was designed for more. I knew I had more in me, and I felt like I was talking to you about it yesterday. I felt like I was in a cage. Like I was caged in. I was, especially being in a creative aspect. The last thing, if anyone ever hires someone for creative or anything like that, one of the last things you want to do with someone that's creative or in the arts, in the music and kind of industry is limit them. We do not want to be limited. We want to be free. And that was a tough time for me, really tough time.
Okay. So being in that tough time, so now I want to fast forward. I want my audience to know, I want your audience to know, you're not obviously an employee anymore.
No.
Let's just keep it real. We're going to be totally transparent on this. I want you to tell what it is that you do in the network marketing industry now.
Yeah.
Like, how has that completely changed your life in the last 7 years? Because I know this weekend was your anniversary in that business, in that industry.
Yeah. So 7 years ago, I moved to Florida. Yep. That's another thing about mindset. Like I went to a city and stayed. I knew people in Florida, but I didn't know anyone in Tampa. I moved to a city for an opportunity. Didn't know anyone, and I recommend anyone watching this right now or hearing this right now, if you really want to grow, move. Go somewhere you've never been. I don't know if it's for a couple months, several years. I moved like permanently. I permanently moved to Florida, and I got really uncomfortable. But while there, I was working for the state of Florida. I had a good job, and it just got to a point that I was stressed out at work. I really didn't want to be there. My boss ended up getting fired. A lot of his responsibilities went on me, so I had more responsibility, but I was getting paid the same.
That's crazy.
So it started getting stressed out, and I was just looking for a way to make more money, to be honest, make more money and live life a little bit more. I was introduced to network marketing. And the crazy part is I was introduced to network marketing at the age of 18. Okay, so here I am 12 years later, age of 30, getting introduced again. And I had not a sour taste, I would say. I had a misconception. I was ignorant to the industry.
Okay.
Because
before you go into there, just in a short couple sentences, just mention what network marketing is, and some people misunderstand it, what it actually is. Just give a broad definition of what network marketing, what that industry is.
Fantastic. So network marketing is basically when a company has a viable product. They have either a product, something that they want to put out in a marketplace, they want to sell to people, but they don't believe in traditional marketing or selling, meaning like TV ads, billboard ads, anything like that. Sponsorships, not going to pay an athlete to sell a sneaker, or whatever case like that, like be the traditional marketing.
They weren't hiring people like you to produce content for them to sell them their products.
Not really. No.
Okay, cool. So I'll give you another example. For example, like this book bag right here, right? Yeah. It's collect. You weren't creating book bags with a name on it so they can sell.
No. Okay. No. So basically what network marketing does, they believe in the number one form of marketing, which is probably the strongest. I think it is the strongest form of marketing is word of mouth.
And you've been in the marketing industry for how long? 25 plus.
Yeah.
So you definitely know what it is about marketing. Okay.
I've been in there almost. All right. I started working at like age 10, so I've been hustling since 10 years old.
Okay. So going back into 18, now you're 30 years old. Now you're into the network marketing industry.
My friend shared this idea with me, and the first thing I said to myself when he was sharing it with me, I already knew it was network marketing. And I said to myself, oh man, it's one of those things. How the hell am I going to say no to this thing? Because this is my boy. This is my boy. Like, I can't say no to this guy because he's my friend. So, but I saw it and I fell in love with the product. I really liked the product, and the way it was explained to me that, it's word of mouth marketing. At the end of the day, think about it. If you refer someone to an idea or a service or something like that, like I don't know, let's say your friend has a car wash and you throw 10 clients his way. If he offered you a free car wash because you threw 10 clients his way, you're gonna be mad? No. Like, you took care of me, so I'm gonna take care of you. It's the same thing with this content. They're paying me to refer people to this really cool concept, and I was like, you know what? Makes sense. I'm gonna give it a shot. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. I didn't do it thinking I was gonna make a lot of money or walk away from my job or do this full time. I just did it for fun. I did it more for the product. The product was travel. I wanted to travel more, and it made sense.
Okay. And just so we can get obviously, you're being very transparent. What was your salary at that state job? You have state benefits. You got state, you're a state employee. What was you making that you walked away from it?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. But it was more than 50.
Yeah, it was more than 50.
More than $50,000 from a state job. So, and so my last question, because we're gonna wrap it up in a bit. Knowing what you know now, what do you believe that your life, obviously you've had a very up and down kind of career, in the same industry, marketing. What's the mindset that has grown in you in the last 7 years that you've been in the network marketing industry? What's that mindset? What's that one thing that you can advise anyone who's watching to not only take in their life, but they can apply it in other parts of their life, not just business? What's that mindset that you would want to spread your wisdom? Because that's what we're doing right now. We're spreading our wisdom. Yeah. So what is that one thing that you would love to say about your mindset you held in the last 7 years? Yeah, or even the last 25 years?
Yeah, I think that one of the things that really is a key factor in my success and anything that I've done in the past. And really, I think that I learned this early on, that anything I wanted in life, anything I ever wanted, came down to me. Oh my God. And I see this a lot in society nowadays. People, they get caught up in what mommy and daddy gonna get me, what my boss is gonna do for me, what this person gonna do for me. But when you leave that alone and you really, get down to the nitty gritty and realize that you are in control of your destiny. It's you, and that's what it is. It's you. So when you realize that it's all you, and you really look in the mirror and say, look, I gotta get this done, you can accomplish anything in the world. Anything in the world can happen with that kind of mindset, knowing that you're behind it.
So would you say it's having that self-confidence in you?
Not even self-confidence. Just
I'll be real. If you want me to keep it real, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've gotten used to like, you know, going to job and expecting my job to give me what I want for the things that I did for them, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with my mom and dad. Like if I did this, I get this.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is I have to do this for me so I can get that for me.
Yeah.
So why do you think people don't have that mindset right now? What is it that, you know, what is it that causes us not to have that mindset? To have those limiting beliefs in ourselves that we can't do it on our own. Like it's not me. Like I've heard this quote, and this is pretty much what your mindset's saying. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Right? Is that kind of where the mindset you're going?
Yeah. Because I think I'll give you an example. I was talking to my nephew about this the other day, and I'm sorry we're going a little bit over time, but I was talking to my nephew about this, and I truly believe that people, if you can just realize one thing, the more value you bring to the marketplace, the more value you bring to society, the more value you bring to your job, the more value you bring to whatever opportunity you come across, the more value you bring to it, the more value it will bring to you. So if you're staying stagnant, if you're not learning, if you're not growing, you're not becoming a better person, you're not learning a new skill, you have to put the initiative to go do that. If you don't put the initiative, you can't complain that you're not getting paid. You can't complain that you're not making more money. You see, so the more value you bring to something, the more money you make. That's why there's also, like, I'll give you an example. I truly believe teachers should get paid more money. But unfortunately, the way society is set up, it's who brings more value. And because most teachers can only impact 30-something kids, that's what they're impacting, 30-something kids. And as you go up and you're impacting more lives, you get paid more. So I think, like, honestly, if a teacher really wants to make more money, take their subject and teach it on YouTube. Teach it on one of those websites that you can pay for subscriptions and stuff like that. Because now you're impacting more lives.
Can you imagine what the school industry would happen to?
The more lives you impact, the more money you're making. I'll give you another example, which is the one that people throw against teachers. Athletes. Athletes get paid millions. Millions and millions of dollars. But let's be real. Why do people go to the stadiums?
Entertainment.
By who?
By the athletes.
Athletes. Who sells the jerseys? The athletes.
The athletes.
Because their name's on them.
Right.
So they bring value to the organization. They bring value to the team, and the team pays them those millions. So once again, that goes back to bringing value to where you work.
Wow,
so at the end of the day, who's in control of that value?
You are.
Thank you. That's the point. You control what you learn. You control if you're going to read a new book. You control what you bring. You control how you show up.
So how do you become more valuable in the marketplace?
Learn, study, read books, listen to audios, be around people that inspire you, people that are better than you. Go to seminars, go to events, network, become a better you. Because here's the thing, one of my favorite quotes, I forgot who said it, but it goes, you're either growing or you're dying. You're either growing or you're dying. I'm not dying, I'm growing. If I'm at the same spot or the same person I was a year ago, what the hell, what am I doing?
Facts.
I gotta evolve.
Okay. So, wrapping this up, I'm rocking your gear, you know what I'm saying? So, Team Elite, just wrap it up. Why Elite?
Why Elite?
Why Elite? You could have chosen any, because it's all about brand. I'm into marketing. I love marketing. And, this is my last question. We're wrapping it up. And then I want you to say how they can find you, how can they follow you, and your stuff like that. Why Elite? Like, seriously, why Elite? There could have been so many words. Yeah. Why that word?
I think it was just, it was a group of friends who were coming up with names, and we threw it up, and it was a brand that we were associated with before. Like we always tossed around the name Elite. But I think it's just to go back to the original brand of Elite, the original context of it. It was just being, like our motto says, not your average lifestyle. We want to be above average. See, society teaches you to be average. Society teaches you to be right here. Another favorite quote. We were designed to win, but programmed to fail. So society programs you to be right here. Because if you think too big, or if you go do something crazy, you dream too big, you look that weird. You looked at this. We'll say, you don't bump that. Get out of here with that. Like, let's think elite. Let's think of the top of the top, the tippity top. Let's be the best that we can be, become the greatest. You know, and that's what it's all about, becoming the greatest person you can be. Good is the enemy of great. You know, it's about exceeding your expectation, your own expectations, exceeding it and going to surpass it and dream big and think
sweet. That's sweet. You know, and when you said, you know, we're born to win, but programmed to lose, it reminded me of the quote that I'm saying right now. You know, we're born as sea turtles to travel the world, but we're programmed or we're raised to be land turtles, limited by our habitat. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Get the book, Sea Turtle Mindset.
Get the book, Sea Turtle Mindset. It's available everywhere. Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Kindle.
This guy's good right here. This guy's good.
The cover is made by yours truly. If you want to follow him, it's on your Instagram. What's your name?
Maximo Lora 923. MAXIMO LORA 923.
And then he has also another Instagram account that's really popping off. It's called Maximize Your Lifestyle, right?
Maximize Your Lifestyle. I put it on hold for a little bit.
All right, but you know you gotta maximize.
It's there.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Maximize Your Lifestyle is there as well. Yeah.
See, here's the thing, and I want to wrap this up with. Even though he puts it on hold, he still is gonna be consistent, persistent on it. You know, it's like he just put it on hold, and that goes for anybody. You know, whatever you're doing, yeah, you might be on hold, but just get out of your way and just be consistent and persistent on it because it will eventually pop off. You know, so with that being said, guys, thank you so much. I truly think, thank you for coming on the podcast. It went a little bit overboard, but yo, definitely fire. Definitely fire. So with that being said, we're wrapping it up. Peace. Let's just answer some of these people's, some people was like, oh, people are afraid of failing. My boy Brandon is saying facts. JD 3089. Oh, Pierce Marks. That's who was saying the quote.
We're looking out.
It looks. And
any questions on Instagram?
Oh, the millionaire screen goes, I like the mindset. Sea Turtle Mindset. I like that. That's what's up. Is that what I think it is? That's our shit? Yeah, all right.
So let's do this because we got people on there already.
Yeah, I'm going to end the recording.
So let's,
whenever you're ready. Oh, thank you, brother.
They're closing up. You guys closing up?
Yeah, 9 o'clock. No rush.
Okay, cool. So we got a couple people online.